thank you for accepting to do this. Look, could you please tell us how you did work on your research project and you got merit for an outcome?
Okay, well I started off trying to find a topic. So I know I wanted to do something about firearms, and I managed to refine it down to why bearing arms is guaranteed as a right in United States society, and then I compared it with Australian laws. And that gave me a broad area to research. I mainly looked into the history of the United States, the history of their foundation, and compared that to Australia and the history of Australian firearm laws. There's a lot of secondary research, obviously a lot of historical documents, etc. But I interviewed 3 people. I interviewed a police officer, the superintendent of a firearms branch of a police department, and also a gun enthusiast to get some perspective, and that really assisted me. And I also did a survey just on the school. I got a few hundred responses with that. In addition to analysing some newspaper articles, political views of different Australian political parties, all that sort of stuff, and that gave me broad topics for my folio. While also analysing all of the research I did. As you can see, I interviewed different people. I've got the interviews on one side, and then on the other side I've just done analysis of the interviews. In addition to, did the same thing with the survey, analysed the questions and the responses, and that gave me a lot of information.
So you included your proposal?
My proposal, that's just there, the basic refinement of research question, the research processes, capabilities, and managing research, in addition to obviously developing the capabilities.
And then?
Then you've got the mind map, so it's pretty standard, just done the mind map and then analysed it. Reflection here and there.
So if you did all these standard things, what do you think made your research project to come out?
Well, probably just the amount of information I put in there. Like you can see, there's a lot of stuff up there. There are many thousands of words in this. I suppose that's probably it, and just a very broad research as well. The amount of interviews I did, the scale of the survey I did, and the different sources that I analysed, I would say, brought it through.
Lovely. So what is this page?
That's just the final personal reflection. So just look at the challenges of research, the effectiveness of your research, and just a general personal reflection.
Great. So this led you to create an outcome, and the outcome was in the form of?
It was in the form of just a report, just a document.
So,
about 2,000 word report. And I found with the outcome, originally I just started writing, just without any sort of structure or anything, and that I really didn't get far with that. I ended up with something like 3,000 words, and it was just all mixed together, terrible way to do it. So I just sat down, created a clear structure, cut down the word limit, made it more concise, and I really was able to do it using that method of creating a structure. It's very difficult to do without a clear, concise structure. So I just made sure I included a lot of sort of statistics, data. Mine was a theoretical question, so it's more difficult to write about than a scientific question, but it's not impossible.
And that we found very hard to have theoretical and social issues gaining the same grade like the scientific ones, but you did manage through that.
It's a legal and philosophical question rather than a scientific one, so it's more challenging, but I thought it was pretty interesting. So just the biggest advice I would give is just spend a bit of time, make a clear structure, and try to keep within your word limit. You're going to go over, but just if you have a structure, you'll be able to do it. That's my advice.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you.